My name is Emily Warnock. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Kingston, Massachusetts, and I'm currently attending the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Okay, well, in high school, I was the president of student council, so my most favorite memories have been during our spirit weeks. Particularly in the spring, we put on what's called March Mania, and so it's this week-long competition between the classes, and it ends on Thursday and Friday with the whole school being called down to the gym for tug-of-war, obstacle course relays. We do pie eating contests, inflatables, and so that was probably my coolest memory. I come from a pretty large high school, so when you see everybody down there together just having a good time in our red and white, it's just a good time. So that's what I miss the most, definitely. In high school, my favorite subject was history, and my favorite teacher was Mr. Darsh. I just always like learning about the past. I think it's a good way to see how we've got to where we are and where we're going. And I'm a political science major now, so history and political science are pretty closely linked, so it's just always been one of my favorites. I actually have three main role models in my life. They're my parents, my mom and dad, and then my grandmother, who also lives with us. She's an absolutely amazing person. She was one of the first female principals in a public high school in Massachusetts, and she's just such a strong woman. I pull a lot of strength from her, and the same thing from my parents. They've just been terrific role models, always encouraging me, but then letting me know if I've messed up or gone out of line and stuff. So it's just been a great experience, and I'm really fortunate to have them in my life. When I was a freshman in high school, we had a house fire that destroyed pretty much our entire house. Luckily, we all got out okay, all our pets, including our fish. Everybody made it. The house was destroyed, and we had to rebuild, but it was it just taught you how much stuff you don't need in your life, and the important thing is your family. We lived in a trailer in my backyard for a year, which was a very interesting experience for a family of 5 in 75 feet. But we made it work, and we grew a lot closer, and I'm actually, especially now that I've been in college, when I miss them, I'm just really glad that we had that experience, because we just found out so much more about each other and stuff, and I think we became closer as a unit, so it was a blessing, I guess. In disguise. Well, I'm a big athlete. I ran cross country and track in high school. I played soccer, not for the high school, but outside, and then I played tennis, also for the high school team. In terms of volunteering, I started a thing at Silver Lake called Teacher Karaoke, which is where students will pay money to put towards their teachers. Teachers will set a quota, and if that quota is reached, then they have to sing karaoke at lunch. And so we donate the money to local homeless shelters or the battered women's shelter. We did one year too. So that's just a great time. It's always funny to watch the teachers sing and stuff like that. I've also done the Walk for Hunger in Boston, which was another really cool experience. I work a lot. I'm a waitress at Percy's Place in Kingston and Plymouth. You can see me there all the time. I love it, though. I love to work. It's fun to just see different people and stuff like that. I like the interaction. One of the main things that comes to mind immediately is the environment. I think it's time is of the essence, and something definitely needs to be done now to counteract the damage. I mean, we don't have a lot of time. I just spent the past semester researching the Kyoto Protocol and just the way it failed and how we need to rework it to make sure that all nations of the world are on board, and that we can actually see positive results in turning back the changes. And then I think some other problems on a lesser scale would be more like poverty in our own country, homelessness. Those are definitely things we need to face. I mean, diseases, the spreading of diseases, AIDS, HIV, the swine flu, recent buzzword, just things like that are definitely what we're going to have to deal with. I'm a political science and Spanish double major, and I'm also getting my minor in international relations. After college, I would like to go on to law school. I'm not sure where yet. I haven't really figured that out, but I would eventually like to work for the DA's office in Plymouth County. And then after that, this is kind of a detailed future life goal. I'm giving it a lot of thought, but after that, I want to get into politics, whether it's mid-level, state level. I mean, national level is always the top goal, but we'll just see how I do, how I like it, and things like that. I like being in leadership positions, obviously student council my whole life, basically. I like to help people too, and so I feel the best way for advocacy is to just get involved and stand up, and so that's basically where I'm heading right now.